We have a development fund as well at the labels, as do most of them. There'll be, say we hear someone's music and we think, there's something about it that's got some interest, but maybe, we're not ready to, you might not feel ready to take the step, or for whatever reasons we're not. We often, here's a certain amount of money to go and try a few recordings or something like that. That happens all the time. It's not something that you particularly sign up to or anything. The music's got to find its way to us, and we've got to hear something in it that's got something about it. But yeah, we do it, a couple of people every month probably.
I think there is an element of Darwinism here. It's all about survival of the fittest, don't you think, Jeff?
Yeah, it can be that, can't it? I think it's just, there's a lot of passion required and dedication, and people always say it to me, but I think a lot of people are finding excuses to say to you why you shouldn't be doing what you're doing, why you shouldn't carry on while trying to do this, and find excuses not to play your records, not to support you, that sort of thing, and you'll come up against that. And I think a sign of a real kind of true artist, and when you're dedicated to what you do, is just seeing through it. But it's fair enough, people like me or us saying those things to you, you've got to do it, and I know it's a tough existence at the moment.
Yeah. James, what's your view on this?
My view on it is that I guess you've got to get your fingers dirty, the fingernails dirty. You've got to work. I think all the great artists going all the way through time have worked for it. Elvis worked. Do you know what I mean? The Beatles worked. The Stones worked. Bowie worked. You've got to work. It's just like you've got to get the nails, you've got to get the dirt underneath your fingernails. You've got to break down on the M62 at 2 o'clock in the morning. You've got to go in with starving hungry with 30 pence in your pocket. You've got to live as an artist, and if you're in a band, it's a great thing of getting together as a band, and it's a real sort of brings you all together, and it's you against the world. You've got to have that mentality. I was in a band in the 80s that did quite well, and we all worked. But work was just irrelevant. Work was just something I did during the day. I didn't care about it. It was all about the being in a band and the music. I just think you just got to do it. All these people, there's no fast track. It isn't like you go onto EasyJet and you pay an extra 40 quid and you can go on the fast track. Do you know what I mean? It's like you've got to work at it. And basically what it boils down to is the strength of your material and whether if you're any good at it. If you're good at it, then hopefully you'll do all right. Usually the good rises to the top. Not all the time. People will tell me there's loads of cases where it doesn't. But I just think work is a four-letter word, and it's people think it's a really terrible thing. But you know what? It's all right. I work. I'm 48 years old, and I get paid for doing what I was doing when I was 12, which is going out and seeing gigs and buying records. If I can do it, anybody can do it.